Hello, my name is Nina and welcome to Spook Sesh. Since this is my very first Spook Sesh video, I want to kind of introduce you guys and tell you guys what this is all about. Spook Sesh is a new series that's going up on my channel in which every week I will be uploading a new video based on an unsolved mystery case. Now this is going to be dealing with things that are either true crime or supernatural. It's gonna get scary, it's gonna get spooky, it's gonna get wacky, but I'm excited. If you guys are excited, I think we should get started. Now today, I'll be discussing the Flannan Isles lighthouse disappearances. If you didn't know, the Flannan Isles are a group of small islands located to the west of Scotland. Moor is one of those small islands. Like I said, it is very small and it only has a lighthouse that is used to guide transatlantic ships to the harbour in Leith, Scotland. Moor doesn't have any other inhabitants other than the people that live there because they're working at the lighthouse. It was the year 1900 and at the time there were only 3 lightkeepers working at the lighthouse rather than the usual 4. Their names were Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donna MacArthur. Everything seemed fine. Nothing was really out of the ordinary. But that was until December the 15th when the steamer Archdor, which was coming from Philadelphia, noticed that the lighthouse was not operational. It took the ship 3 more days to arrive at the harbor in Leith, and once they did, it was when they finally could report what they had seen at the lighthouse. Now, because of really poor weather conditions, the relief boat was not able to get to the lighthouse until December the 26th. That was a week and a half after the steamer Archdor had seen the lighthouse as not operational on the 15th. Now, upon arriving, the people aboard the relief boat were a little weirded out with the situation because it is protocol that the lightkeepers would go meet the relief boat by the dock, but when the relief boat arrived, they weren't there. But not only that, it was also common that the lightkeepers would always bring their empty provision boxes down to the dock so that they could get them refilled with new supplies that the relief boat was bringing. However, when the relief boat got there weren't even any boxes around. This was all really weird, but it was not the only thing. Upon getting to the actual island, they realized that both the outside gate and the gate that would lead you to the compound were both locked. The men were nowhere to be seen. They also realized that the lightkeepers' beds had been slept on, which led them to believe that they were woken up in the middle of the night and taken out of bed. Upon further investigation, they also found some unused oilskins, which are some type of clothing that they wear for bad weather conditions, like maybe the equivalent of a raincoat. And these oilskins were said to belong to Donna MacArthur. Now, upon investigating, they also found that there had been some severe damage to the west side of the island. This is where it gets really weird, because upon investigation, they found Thomas Marshall's journal, in which he would write everything that was going on. The last entry in Thomas Marshall's journal was from December 15th. That's the day that the steamer Archdor saw the lighthouse was not operational. Now, we know that they knew of the damage to the west side of the island before they disappeared because it was written down in this journal. However, in the journal, Thomas also wrote about some really, really bad weather that was going on over them. Now, this is really weird because none of the other islands reported any bad weather during these days, the days of the 13th, 14th, and 15th. It also seemed like it was very chaotic because of the entries in Thomas's journals. He was saying about how James Ducat and Donna MacArthur were very scared because of the storms around them, how they were praying. All of the circumstances of what happened are really weird, and there is not a set conclusion to this story, but there are some pretty interesting theories, so let me go ahead and get into those. The most accepted theory is that the three men went to the side of the island to fix some of the issues that had happened, and they were swept off by a big wave. This is really weird because the lighthouse was not supposed to be left unattended. Something that is also weird is that Donna MacArthur was the only one to leave his oilskins, which kind of leads you to believe that whenever Marshall and Ducat left the lighthouse, it was a bad weather because they did take their oilskins, but whenever MacArthur left the lighthouse, it wasn't bad weather because he did not take his oilskins. And that leads you to believe that Thomas Marshall and James Ducat left before Donna MacArthur did. Maybe they went to go fix the issue and they were swept off by a wave, and then after that MacArthur left to go help them or something, and then he got swept up by another wave, and that's just is a little weird to say the least. First of all, he locked both gates, which I don't know why you would do that being the only three people in an island, but also if you see your friends being swept off by a wave, would you get close enough to get yourself swept off by another wave, if that makes sense? But it's the most likely of all of our theories. I just gotta say that. Our second theory is a quarrel. So Donna MacArthur was the occasional worker, while Marshall and Ducat were the regular ones. So they didn't really know MacArthur as well as they knew each other. Also, it is known that MacArthur had a little bit of a temper. Some people speculate that maybe they had an argument, and then Donna MacArthur pushed off the other two or killed the other two, and then he finally just threw himself off of the cliff. Now, another theory that goes around is that there was something supernatural having happened here. Apparently the island has always been deemed as mysterious, and it has to do with sort of Celtic Christianity. There used to be a chapel to Saint Flannan back in the 7th century in this island, or that's what they say. So some people really do speculate that something maybe not from this world could have been what happened to those men. And they also say because of the weird circumstances, because they were the only ones that reported bad weather during those 3 days. And this also has to do with the next theory, which is aliens. And I guess in this day and age, you can blame everything on aliens. But yes, it is one of the theories that they were kidnapped by aliens. And there is, again, not a lot to corroborate this, but people say it. So I just thought I'd say it. In the end, there is just a lot that we don't know about this case. We can really blame it on anything. It's really weird to really just pinpoint what could have exactly happened to those men, but I guess we'll never know, and it remains to this day unsolved. Thank you guys so much for watching. I guess it was a little bit of a weird one, and I felt like with this one there is a lot more room for some sort of actual natural explanation to what could have happened rather than, blaming it on aliens or ghosts or whatever. But who knows? I mean, there is a lot of like really weird stuff that they did or didn't do, or that happened or didn't happen, that would just not be really fully explained by the explanation that the investigators are trying to give us. And so I guess that's what leads a lot of people to speculate, and that's what I'm here for, because people speculate and I share it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this kind of videos, stick around, because like I said, I'm going to be doing this once a week, every week. Hopefully I'll get them out by like Saturday, but if not, then they will be down on Sundays. If you guys have any cases that you're really interested in and you would like me to cover, please comment them, because I need ideas. So yeah, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.